I'm 4-1 meteorologist Kim Adams. It is dry right now in downtown Detroit. We'll talk about if it will stay that way coming up.
Local 4 is live all evening to count down to the big show. This is the scene on Belle Isle right now. Our coverage kicks off in less than a minute. Plus, we're definitely hoping to avoid any more of this. An update on power outages and the cleanup after those weekend storms. First at 4 starts now.
Live from downtown Detroit, Local 4 News First at 4 starts now.
Good afternoon. I'm Pamela Osborne in for Karen Drew. First at 4, it's one of the biggest parties of the year, and thousands of people are braving the rain showers to get their spots downtown for the Ford Fireworks Show. The riverfront will be lit up just after 10 p.m. tonight. Our Local 4 team has you covered with Jamie Edmonds reporting live from Belle Isle and Kim Adams tracking the exact tracked 4D radar just for you. Kim, we'll start with you. Where do things stand?
Well, right now I'm on the rooftop at the Atwater Brewery. It's the Insider Party, the WDIV Insiders, and I've already met one of our insiders, and it's such a great time out here. It is dry right now, but let's take a look at ExactTrack 4D radar and see how long and if it's going to stay dry here in Metro Detroit. We do have another wave of showers just out to our west. ExactTrack 4D radar also picking up some areas of heavier rain and lightning off to our east now. So let's zoom in closer here. It's raining in Taylor, Inkster, Livonia getting a pretty good downpour at this hour, also just south of Farmington Hills. So right now here in downtown Detroit, it's dry, but those showers are moving to the east and will be here in downtown Detroit within the next couple of hours. Milford getting a really nice downpour at this hour with some heavy rain, also some thunder. There is lightning in a few of these cells, although we have the lightning detector on now. The one that you're seeing move through Ypsilanti does not have lightning, but it does have some fairly heavy rain. And there's rain right along I-75 down to Monroe at this hour as well. So we're going to continue tracking this rain as we are not quite out of the woods. So if you're headed downtown tonight, there are some showers still out to the west that will be moving through the area. But the good news, we are not tracking any severe weather. I'll have more on your forecast coming up in just a couple of minutes.
Good news indeed. Thank you, Kim. We'll check back in with you in just a few minutes. But for now, let's head on over to Belle Isle. People flock to the island for some of the best viewing spots. Our Jamie Edmonds is there. And Jamie, that rain, is it having an impact to the size of the crowd that's gathering there?
I do think so, Pamela, because this is the primo spot where you could see the city, you could see the barge, and you could see a lot of grass. I think if it were bright and sunny, this would be a bit more packed, but cars are still coming in. As you can see, that parking lot across the way is packed. People are setting up their tents and their tailgates, and they're making the best of this weather. I was actually at Hart Plaza earlier this morning, and at that time, crews were setting up all of the security measures, setting up the metal detectors. The food trucks were in their spots, and all those folks were getting all their ducks in a row as well. Hart Plaza and Spirit Plaza and the island, all of them opened up at 2 p.m. and we wondered if the rain would deter folks. Well, I found people waiting outside of the gates at that time at Hart Plaza since really early in the morning. Why did you decide to wait in the rain all day?
Well, we come here every year and we try to get down by the river and on the lawn. And in order to get down there, you have to come early.
Been here since about 9:30, 10 o'clock this morning. Me and my son got down here nice and early, packed up a nice, sizable, wagon for our essentials today, and we're just going to be out here to enjoy the show.
They're just going to enjoy the show. Those people are troopers. The weather has not been great. It's been on and off rain. But like I said, the people that have ventured down here to Belle Isle, they're still having fun, making the best of it. If you see food trucks over there, I'm going to try and get in there and enjoy some of their treats. And we'll have that coming up on Local 4, as well as, we'll talk about why these people came. My guess is the tents are the best seat in the house. Pamela,
right.
Back to you.
That's a good guess. Thank you, Jamie. Don't forget, minors need to be accompanied by an adult after 8 p.m. That's thanks to some curfew regulations. It's one of the security precautions we'll look at tonight at 5. At 5:45, we will have a special citizenship ceremony as 10 people from 5 different countries take their oaths live and on TV. At 6:30, head on over to Local 4 Plus for the Ford Fireworks pregame show with the behind-the-scenes secrets you can't see anywhere else. And our live coverage on Local 4 starts tonight at 8 p.m. Stick around, a big night, and we'll carry you along the entire way. Thousands of residents have been waiting for their power to get turned back on after storms ripped through Metro Detroit this weekend. Right now, DTE is reporting 63,000 customers are still without power. The Detroit Golf Club is scrambling to clean up and make repairs after strong wind gusts left damage like this. One viewer shared photos showing damaged fences, signs, and other debris. The timing is critical as the club will host the Rocket Mortgage Classic later this week. The first round is set to tee off Thursday. Moving a little further west, we're also seeing some messy storm damage in the city of Dearborn. One of our crews stopped at Crowley Park, which is off of Telegraph and Michigan Avenue. You can see trees toppled and tree trunks snapped. We have crews surveying the damage this afternoon, and we'll have live updates on Local 4 News at 5 and 6. Sunday's storms also left destruction in a few other states, including Kentucky. High winds tore through Louisville. Residents there also cleaning up trees that got knocked down. Plus, large hail was actually a big problem at this historic hotel. Security officers say golf ball-sized chunks of hail actually punched holes in this beautiful hotel atrium. No one was injured. That hotel is on the list of U.S. national landmarks. And we do have breaking news to tell you about from Russia, where President Vladimir Putin just condemned any soldiers who took up arms against his government military over the weekend. He called the action a mutiny and threatened punishment for anyone who took part. President Joe Biden wants to make it crystal clear the United States and NATO had nothing to do with that short-lived insurrection in Russia. Earlier today, Russia's prime minister confirmed the country faced a challenge to internal stability over the weekend. The mercenary group Wagner led the action against the Russian military establishment before suddenly doing an about-face. President Biden says he's working closely with his American allies to monitor the situation.
We made clear that we were not involved. We had nothing to do with it. This was part of a struggle within the Russian system. We're going to keep assessing the fallout of this weekend's events and the implications for Russia and Ukraine. But it's still too early to reach a definitive conclusion about where this is going. The ultimate outcome.
Biden also said that no matter what happens in Russia, the United States will continue to support Ukraine in its battle to remain a sovereign nation. Get ready for big decisions from the U.S. Supreme Court. This is the last week of the current session, and we've already seen a victory for black voters in Louisiana. Today, the court lifted its hold on the redrawing of the state's political map. That decision could clear the way to create a second, mostly black congressional district. Republicans created 5 of 6 majority white districts, even though blacks make up 1/3 of the state population. Still to come, the court is expected to rule on challenges to President Biden's student loan forgiveness program. Plus, we're waiting for decisions focusing on affirmative action and LGBTQ civil rights. Ford is facing new questions about a recall that involved nearly 300,000 vehicles. Did something go wrong with repairs? We'll talk about driver complaints next. Also, a health scare for the Duchess of York. Sarah Ferguson says what happened to her might have you rethinking your own medical routine. Plus, Paula Tutman live for a...
Hey guys, it is up to you at home. You are now the judges. Get ready for the audition of a lifetime. I'm going to reintroduce you to our Go Forth singers because you've got to judge who the winner will be coming up next.